Okay, so boom. Boom, 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 boom. Let me get on my real account. Okay, so let me set up the trade I'm looking at, and then let me break it down from the bottom. Right here. If this were to play out like this, I would want to enter. Maybe I would want to enter even lower, but maybe I want to enter, get in right here. Just to make sure it's a base hit. Or I could play it to the bottom of this trend line like this. That seems risky. All right, about there. And I'm looking for it to fly down to the downside. Okay. Let's set that up. Orders placed, waiting for price to take me in. Just to really quickly break this down, applying my system to a day trading scale. Of course, last couple days we have this structure, right? 2 touches up top, 2 touches down below here, and this is a move up. This is an impulse up, right? And we have our structure here. Following the end of this structure, we have a strong move up in this new channel. It's a bit tough to see because of the lines, but stay with me here. Just look at the candlesticks, the green and red structures, right? This forms an ascending channel at the top of where this trend line was. So boom, price is continually coming to this trend line, comes to this trend line, but it forms a new structure different from this structure, right? So that tells me, okay, structure's changing. Structure can potentially, and not only is structure changing, structure can potentially reverse because it's at the top of this trend line and makes an ascending channel. And what I know about ascending channels, they are typically reversal structures. You typically play them to the downside, right? They break out and they give you momentum to the downside. Now let's take a look inside that channel. Inside that channel, at the top, we have another ascending channel, right? And price breaks down, confirmed. Now, where are we at? Price makes this move down. And the way I see it is, hey, we got some swing lows here, right? We got some swing lows. We could connect those, make a trend line. We got some swing highs. We could connect those, make a trend line. Now the structure we have is an ascending channel. Now this is the best part, right? This is the best part. The best part is how you enter the trade. You know it's setting up well for your system. How do you enter it? I use stop orders, basically saying not that, oh, I'm going to enter and instantly set a stop loss, so a certain amount of stop loss. No, I'm going to play the patient game. Once price starts to make the next move, the next impulsive move, that's when I want to be in the trade, right? As a day trader, these are the moves you want to be in. You want to be in sales right here, and you want to be exiting right there. Or maybe you exit when the price pulls back and takes you out, right? You don't necessarily want to, you can play the chop, but it's just like, if you know the direction of the overall move, why are we playing the chop? And not only that, don't enter too early expecting the move to happen and look, it's still chopping. So you have to play a patient game. You have to play the game that says, okay, I understand impulse correction and I understand structure, right? Reversal and continuation, right? We said that ascending structures typically make these down moves, right? We have this larger time frame ascending structure followed by this smaller time frame ascending structure, and then a similar smaller time ascending structure. We're looking to play that to the downside, but it has to start moving. It has to break trend line, right? But if you're playing aggressively, like, oh, I'll play it as soon as it breaks. That's what I've been doing. That's what I used to do. This candlestick will wick me out. This candlestick might wick me out. So candlesticks will wick you out along the trend line. But boom, price just took me in. It's making the move. Let's see what happens. So price comes down and touches. And I'm a bit nervous about where I set my entry. I wanted to set it a bit lower just to be like confirmed it's moving down. It's breaking the lows and stuff as well. So we'll see how it plays out. So it seems like it just came and gave me a little touch, a little tickle, and moved against me. Well, yeah, let's monitor this. We have our risk reward set. And this can be the problem. It seems like I didn't set my stop order low enough. Should have set it below these lows just to say like confirm move pass down this. But I'm also setting it dead middle, about dead middle, so that it is kind of catching some momentum. It did have some strong momentum. It just my entry was exactly where maybe some buyers were sitting. Yeah, it looks like this is gonna hit my stop loss, but maybe we'll have a chance for another entry. And then now we could just slide that bottom trend line down. See, so yeah, it just came and touched this bottom trend line. So this is the mistake I made. And then another thing I want to point out too is just as this structure is developing as well, you see that you have this left shoulder developing, a head developing. I was seeing that, and I was potentially betting on this right shoulder developing as well. But I don't confirm it as a head and shoulder just yet. I wait for the move to actually happen. I don't jump in. I wait for the move to actually happen. So it seems like this bottom trend line I drew. The next thing is just like, hey, got to be honest to the chart. Is like, this isn't probably the trend line I should have drawn. I should have had the trend line down here, expecting a break, and then my entry would have been a bit lower, maybe down here. It looks like this might come and touch my stop. Nope. Got a nice move down. That was close. Hopefully we can come and hit my TP. Boom, ski. Come on, man. Come on, man. Is it gonna keep flushing out or what? So this is the bottom trend line. See how price caught itself? Imagine if you were watching this trend line, right? And you were like, oh, I'm gonna enter now. It's gonna flush. It might. It's aggressive, but it might just push back on you. I'd rather wait for a confirmed break. Give yourself some room for it to, like a runway. I want my trades to sprint into my position and go straight to TP. You know what I mean? That's all I want. That's all I want. Or at least when it enters, it's like, I got the momentum, though. I got the momentum, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's how my trades need to be. It needs to be like, I got the fucking momentum. So that was huge. That was a pretty fun trade. That was my very first real money futures trade, bringing everything I've learned from when I started trading in Forex, refined my system through trying to trade options, now putting my system probably in the best environment possible, futures trading. And yeah, that was the culmination of everything right there. I kind of did everything right. Maybe could have been a little bit more disciplined on this trend line. But sometimes trend lines run through wicks and bodies. Like I'm not mad at this trend line, right? Yeah, the more accurate trend line was this. But that first trend line and the where my stop loss was important is important as well, because I told myself, hey, this is like a confirmed head and shoulders now. So this is the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. If it comes above these shoulders, I'm out. And I gave myself just enough room, just enough room to where it didn't pop the fucking the stop loss, and then went ahead and made that move down. So that's awesome. That's awesome right there. It's a great trade. Looking to see how this develops some more. If it goes ahead and makes an aggressive push out of this ascending structure, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe I should be jumping in, but I'm not rushing these trades. I'm going for base hits. I'm going for confirmations, and I will not rush an entry just to see price retract. I want to see confirmation. I want to see a build up. I want to see some confluence, which already has a lot of confluence, right? These continued sells, is almost like you could kind of jump in with more confidence, because boom, it broke here. Boom, it broke here. It's breaking out of this larger time frame structure now as well. You just want to make sure it either breaks some lows, so it's kind of confirming as it breaks these lows, right? As it breaks these lows now. Yeah, it's going. Imagine sticking it out in that. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see how it wants to build up. If I was still in this trade, I would have been still in this trade. If I wanted to be set up for this trade, maybe would have had an order maybe just below these lows and take me in. But there's price retracting though, right? You have to realize that once price makes these larger moves, is likely once it makes 4, 5, 6% moves, it's gonna correct. It's gonna have to rediscover price. It's gonna have to go through that process, right? It's gonna have to go through either a move up, correction, move down, correction, right? Impulse, correction. That's how the money moves. Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, impulse. I'm sure there's a correction up there. And price can impulse, impulse. Don't get it twisted. And then it can correct and then change the direction of the correction. And it can make these moves to where it's like right in between correction and impulse. Something like this. I would say it basically moving to the upside, correcting to the upside. So you can see like a reversal structure, and then price kind of not impulse down, but like, you know what I mean, like slowly, passively start to move to the downside as well. You can see stuff like that. But we catch impulses, baby. We catch impulses. So yeah, that's how you trade. That's trading one-on-one. I'm gonna chop this video up. My first trade on futures market. Sniper bow. I do need to go through some other stocks, but it's like definitely about to keep looking at the charts. I kind of needed to correct now. If it breaks below this, I'm interested to see if it breaks below this line. So I feel like if it breaks below this line, it's like really strong. It's got nothing stopping it. Stop. Sell. Like down here. Stop loss like here. TP. So we got another trap sitting in the market. Price may take me in. I might be foolish because it's already made such a big move to the downside. But I basically just set up another trap because I feel like if it breaks these lows, it really doesn't have much stopping it. And we could kind of just let this run. Really doesn't have much stopping it here to kind of just take off. And that's what it's doing. Damn, where should my TP be? I mean, shit, bro. The target's all the way down at these lows. See, this is where I'm stuck on. I'm new to futures. How do I like sell just one contract? How do I how can I add to this position? Is that possible? Like those things is like, and then I bring my stop to in the money. By the way, about there. Not gonna let this come back and kill me. But like, can I split off my why is my chat disabled for this live stream? I wonder. There it is. So we could basically make the same trade again. This was a stopping point though, but Same thing. If it wants to run into it, TP, stop loss, sell. If it keeps that momentum up, if it wants to break through that low it just made, not just going to jump into the market. Not just going to jump into the market. I want price to do. Derrick Henry. We're in there. Tickle my touch, my entry. Okay, I'm out. Ah, man. Let's try this maybe one more time, and then if it doesn't work, if it stops me out again, probably be cool off this. Don't want to give too much money back to the market. Once you see that strong bullish candle, you know that the move might be ending. Speak of the devil. So now it's like the question of, should I just take the entry order off, or is it collecting some liquidity, or is it gonna make a structure, a continuation structure? We'll be able to get in later. Just don't want to get ticked like a quick, like, don't want price to just take me in slightly just to pull back. And my stop's pretty tight, so it's very high risk. I'm gonna have to study this part of the market. Like, this is basically scalping at this point. Maybe not fully, but like, if price, when price comes back and retraces, it's like I'm trying to participate in the move. I got in a bit of the initial move, but it's like, am I being greedy? I feel like there's already so much confirmation though that it's not necessarily greedy. Like, if you've been paying attention to what I've said, this isn't technically greedy. There's not really much stopping it from making the move. Obviously, it's already made a move, right? So it's likely to like correct soon. And then, yeah, look. Yeah. Okay. So gave some money back, probably about $40. Oh, damn, bro. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Those were mistakes. I shouldn't have traded like that. Or at least kept my stop loss wider. Because I've just been getting stopped out on these like pullbacks. Let's try again. Maybe I should have traded less. Maybe I should have downsized. Bro. Okay. Try this one. It's just moving down. But I got stopped out twice. I'm definitely starting to get into revenge trading territory. So this is going to be my last trade of the day. No matter what happens. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how I'm trading right now. I mean, obviously, because the money is not following it up, but like, it's not very impulsive. I feel like I'm scalping. I'm gonna end up down on the day if this keeps up. I didn't trade this right. I feel like it's not wrong. It's just maybe I waited too long to get into the move. Oh my God. And so, like, that's kind of frustrating. That's okay, though. 963. My risk tolerance wasn't high enough. I feel like that's the main issue. Because, you know what I mean? Look at the moves. The moves I haven't been wrong. I've just been, I don't know, feeling like, oh, I'm out. Oh. Bro. Let the move happen. Stay in the move. You know where your TP is. It's like I didn't trust my TP. You have to be strong. Do I even get in one more trade? No. Like, this is the TP, bro. So be it. That's how much of the move. That's where we're sitting at. One more time. But how do I put a stop loss on it? Do I just have to click the X, I guess? This is foolish. Oh my God. This is the hard part about trading. Make dumb decisions. This ain't right. It's okay, I guess. Trust the TP. Trust the TP. Trust the TP. But you still want to trade in a structured way, like hit certain take profits, hit a certain stop loss. I entered on the pullback to give me more like breathing room. Even that shit was scary. I have some courage. It takes courage to trade. If we could just go. Get away from my entry. Also, market order is insane. Okay, I'm done trading. Exit the screen. Get the heck off. Went up 70 to down 30, 40. Ridiculous. So if I would have held the first trade, or if I would have had the first trade held through, I should have had the first trade, and then to satisfy the move, I should have de-risked. I 100% should have de-risked. I should have went down to trading one contract. I think would have helped me out a lot. And if it was, I mean, it was a pretty nice move, right? You only get those moves like once every 2 weeks. Maybe not once every 2 weeks, but once a week, twice a week, maybe. Damn, bro. Should have put a trail stop on my PayPal order. My PayPal. It probably got up there. Check out my swings. And then it's also like, bro, I could have looked at. I was just looking at it from like a 5-minute perspective too. Still feeling it. That's okay. It's part of the process. The goal is to try not to let it happen again. Either be done with the first trade and wait for that same setup to happen again, or damn, the impulsive phase started and it did not stop, and I was like, oh shit, let me get back in. It was just FOMO at that point. And then it was like, when you take a trade and you don't have any a system, rhyme, or reason behind why you're going to take that trade, is just like, oh, what am I doing? It's just nervousness and lack of courage seeps in. You're tight, probably tighter than it needs to be. TP farther out than it should be. But we let it go. Need to sign into my Thinkorswim account because I have a swing trade active on PayPal, and I want to go through some my swings. Probably take a screenshot. Am I tripping? Oh, I did have a stop on it. A stop on it in the money though. I don't know how much I made though. Oh, how much I traded for? Does it tell me? No, it just says 0. So yeah, I had basically a trail stop. I don't know how much I made on it though. It was one contract. How much did I buy it for? And then I sold it at 382. Let me just look what I bought it for. I bought it on the 13th. I bought 2 contracts. Wait, am I tripping? So it sold. It says I bought 1, 2, 3, 4 PayPal contracts. Am I tripping? Oh no! I day traded some of these contracts. So I bought 3 contracts a day trade, 1 to swing. I bought it at 65 cents on the dollar. No, maybe that's not right. Yeah, that's commission and fees. So I bought it at $272. So I made about $100 on it, 110 on it. Trail stop would have been, and then it's giving a head and shoulders. So this is a reversal pattern. Oh, this is from last night. So yeah, it opened up here. No. Okay. Trade's closed now. Hit the stop. Closed 1. Those are going to be the easy plays that just make you money. I wish I had a pointer. The pointer finger thing. My boy got married. But what am I looking for? My profile. Hey, Tyler Scataglia should be rich as fuck, by the way. I think I'm gonna record this a couple different ways, but you know the finger, the tap 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 tap. That boy in the money. That boy in the money, ain't he? That boy in the money. Oh, we listen. Time to get out though. Might be time to get out. It's a pullback. Easy money. I make my followers money. Hey man, I'm gonna show you how I make my followers money. Look at this guy, Tyler Scataglia. He said he went all in on this trade, this chart. Y'all remember this chart is Jeff. That's the same exact chart, same exact stencils, right? I went all in as well. I'm rich as fuck too. Me and him both millionaires now. Boom ski. Look at that run up. Man, just follow me for more, man. This is going to play out. Just set your entry right there. We know the lows of this structure is where we're going to set our stop loss, and we're looking to retest these highs over here for sure. This guy knows what he's talking about. Man, this looking to retest the highs. So if you're in it, stick with it. If you're in it, stick with it. Look at my other active trades. We got BlackRock. I played off the bottom here. Made these double bottom, pushed up, continuation correction. Now we're in the money. Looks like it's making another continuation correction here, like a triangle pattern, wedge pattern. I would keep my eye on it. If it breaks down to the downside, hopefully it bounces off the neckline again. But if it makes this double top here, it might be a sign that this doesn't have much room, or it's just going to make a channel, and you're going to have to be even more patient. So if you're in the options, you might be looking to get out now, get out at this double top, and definitely save yourself from it crushing your stop loss down here. XYZ, same as PayPal. Same exact company, similar structure. Not same exact company, but similar company, similar chart, right? Double bottom off a support line, right? And then a push up, a channel, and that was our confirmation. We just let the market take us in, right? With our market order, with our stop order. And price took us in on both stocks. There's this pullback happening closer to my entry on XYZ, but we managed that accordingly. We probably will hit break even on this trade at worst. Pepsi. So when I was looking at this, I was looking at this to potentially break up higher to the upside out of this descending structure, like kind of get some momentum and take off here. But it's giving me this kind of reversal structure here, so it's not as interesting. I don't have an entry on it. I'm just watching it, but it is not as interesting anymore. I would not probably trade this actively. It looks like we got a loss here. IP paper company. It looks like we were looking for a double bottom here. It looks like it was a push up. So similar story, right? Push up out of a double bottom off of support, but we got this reversal correction here, and price took us in and immediately out. All right, we got another descending structure. Maybe you could call it a little triple top, bottom down here. Price pushes up, right? We got a nice gap up, a nice continuation looking structure, and price is moving up again and giving us another continuation looking structure, looking to see this continue to make its move to the upside. Unfortunately, looks like I got into this move a little too late and it punished me. Looks like we had a double bottom down here. And this learning lesson is I probably didn't have the risk to reward to actually enter this trade. I have it at 4-1, but I truly think that my risk wasn't big enough, first of all. So there's that. And then maybe this is just one of those unfortunate ones, right? It's having this move up, but it reverses right after getting into some money. And hey, you can't always win. You're not gonna win them all. You're gonna win about 50% of the time. 60% of the time. But those winners are going to be very big winners for you. Had net app. Looks like I closed this early. Close one. Another close one example of trade. Looks like we have some continuations and was banking off this move down. It went ahead and kept moving down. So we kept making money. So this is an example of like, hey, there's a good trade thesis. It makes it hits the bottom of a structure, but it looks like it broke that structure and made this continuation structure. So we stay in the trade. No reason to exit that early, and we get paid. Interesting situation where we play off the gap down. The structure moves down for us. It starts to pull back, and we decide that, hey, that's probably it for this trade, and it was the right decision. Now we could potentially be looking at it again for another move down, right? Because another gap down and potentially another move to the downside here on DT. I have to use the restroom. Oh, I used the restroom real bad. All right, let me see how many people are in this motherfucker. Nobody. And that's probably it for me. Peace.